And have you ever had to intervene with a musician who wasn't performing well, whether in their personal or professional life?
Yes, there are two ways we can do this, in my opinion. One is you either call him when no one is noticing, you give the guy a heads up. Come on, something's going on, because we work with this. As a director, man, I knew when someone wasn't feeling well. Another who wasn't okay to sleep alone would come sleep in my room with me, was sad about something during a big tour, right? So we handle all of that.
And because this starts happening on a big tour, people start distancing themselves.
At any moment, someone will freak out. You know that, right?
Everyone starts freaking out, right?
Yeah, everyone starts freaking out. And there's an interesting thing that we managed to do some things like this. Man, now it's his moment, let's wait. Not everyone can freak out at the same time. Now it's Mateus's turn, let's wait for Mateus to get better. And then, man, this makes the person, right? And then we keep doing things like this. So what do I do? When I work with this issue of direction, I know I'm not the guy who's bossing everyone around, right? So I have to be careful. I was going to say something else too, but I'm not even in charge. I have to be careful about how that daily relationship with the whole group will be, not just musically.
You mentioned there are two criteria. One criterion is personal life, and the other criterion is perhaps professional performance. Is that it about the guy?
Oh, no. When I call the guy, right? Then I call the guy to talk to him. Then I take care, see what's going on.
But in practice, without needing to mention names, what happens like that? When you're a musical director, you need to call someone, what's happening?
That's it. So various things could be happening. He's not performing well. People are joking around too much, not paying attention to what I'm saying for us to work together and so on.
And then people start enjoying too much, correct?
Yeah, enjoying too much, exactly. So we're having fun. So what happens then? The first thing, either I call out the one who's causing this to happen, or I call just him, or I call everyone's attention. I never call out one person in front of everyone. That's something I never do. I make sure, man, I don't even try not to do it. I just never do it.
Arthur Martins, well, seems like a real joker. Yeah, doesn't he?
He is, but there's a thing, right? There are some who joke around but are efficient, so, right? Arthur is brilliant. Yeah, sometimes he would arrive somewhere and say, what's the key of this song? And he would play the whole song, man, you know? So, efficient. So there's no point in someone else trying to be like Arthur because, man, he's a special guy, you know? So in terms of, not that he is I don't believe, just like that he was born special like. He made himself special in music. He chose to be like that, right? To be a person like that. So, this part about wanting to lead, you have to be very careful because leading doesn't mean we're the boss. And regarding leadership, I've already told you that I have some lectures I like to give, right? One of them is about performance. The other is about leadership. Leadership, my leadership is based on trust. I trust the people who are working with me, you know? So if I have a group of musicians working with us, I trust them. I trust that this is the best way. And I listen.
And you said then that usually what happens on a personal level is the guy starts to mess around too much. Is that it? Or he starts to miss his family? Or sometimes the guy goes out partying, comes back, and there are also things related to the national team.
Sometimes they don't come back. Is that also the case? They don't show up, right? And in that case, we have to find a way to keep the artist calm.
Shielded.
Shielded, so nothing happens to him. Calm also in relation to the band, you know? And show the people that it's a place of respect.
Have you ever had to let someone go because they were too much?
No, I'm Salesian. I'm like Don Bosco, right? I don't remove anyone. I prefer they stay close to learn.
So when there was a concrete case, the person started causing a lot of trouble?
Yeah.
What kind of trouble?
One of those cases was the one that caused a lot of trouble. Gil turned to me and said, what do you think we should do with him? I said, keep him close to us so he can learn.
And what kind of trouble was the person causing?
Oh, there are various kinds, like being late. You know, ways of handling things. You see, today we set a time here and I'm already here half an hour early. For me, rehearsal is half an hour early. I arrive to have coffee, chat. If there's someone to smoke a cigarette, we smoke together and so on. Smoke a cigarette, drink a little coffee, eat some bread. Shall we start? Let's start, right? Because there's something, right? That's part of that place. I don't like to arrive like this, man. Let's start only if I have some commitment, but I organize myself beforehand. I let them know I'll arrive later.
Man, this thing about being late, because there's a musician, man, that I always loved playing with, and he started having a problem in his life. I don't know what happened, the guy with being late. It wasn't just with Igor, with everyone. He started working and he began to arrive very late or not show up anymore. And the guy, man, ruined his career because of that.
It ends? Yeah, it ends.
The guy that gets into a spiral, right?
Because what happens? This is actually good for me to mention here. There's a moment when we talk to the camera that's interesting, which is the following. Is what you said. It's not just about being a good musician. There's a whole way of dealing with it. So you have schedules. Yes. You have behavior. Yes, you have attire. Yes, you have a way of speaking. Yes, you understand.
And this is the kind of thing that musicians prepare to be musicians and don't prepare for this, you know?
You know, there are these things, man. Exactly. And I find it really cool, man, that there are some people who now keep calling. Sergio, this problem came up in my production. What do I do? I'm producing a show. I'm directing a show. It's coming up. What do I do with this here? How do I make this decision? How do I charge? How do I... Man, so we end up providing guidance. That's very interesting, right? Because the young people now are asking questions. And today, Mateus, it's very difficult. You know. Why? We lived through a very rich era of music. We sold a lot of CDs, man.
Yes. The market was here put different.
Man, the market was wonderful. Now, when this digital wave came, we still don't know how, the revenue from the... So, man, we were used to earning several fees per show. We were used to having a room to ourselves. We were used to, you know.
You experienced the golden moment.
We did, man. We used to leave home to record a song. It was 1,000 rays per track, man.
How long ago was that?
20 years ago, 25 years ago.
You don't earn much.
No, today sometimes someone calls your house and says, can you record for 300, right, 500? And I'll tell you more. You got paid, received 1,000, and if you did the solo, another 1,000, you earned double. So you would leave home to record a song. Like to record an album, I don't know. You would leave. Go here, there are 4 songs for you to record. Put in 2 solos, you would already leave with 6,000, 20 years ago. So we are. And then, when the weekend came, there were shows on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 2. 3 different rates.
Did you manage to do shows at 2, 3 different rates, man?
I still do 2 rates today, but it's difficult. As a matter of fact, a film director, had the musician's rate and also the rate of... So we were very used to an event and a job, to leaving home, leaving the family, because we also had this aspect of earning.
The compensation, right?
The compensation. It was what we liked to do, what we received. So what did we do? There were times for shows on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we would go to the recording studio to record on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, you know? So we managed to record wonderful songs. I remember once I was in Barra. Then Guto, thanks to Mela, said, come here and record a song for me. I said, man, I don't have an instrument. I'm here in Barra. Do you have a guitar there? No. Do you think? Go home, get it. I live in Niederoy, I know. Go there, get the guitar, and come back. I went there, came back. Then, when I got there, as I was about to listen to the song, it was Milton recording. Man, what did this song yield in terms of connections, besides the fee? This song, what did it yield in connections, Exfoliant?
Isn't that right? It was with the guy from Skank, Samuel Rosa, wasn't it?
This recording was just Milton. I think it was just Milton. And I ended up recording there. And Milton, I recorded this one too. I did the sax solo and so on. Man, that was it. And then there were still connections from these songs like...
Thank you for watching this clip from Starling Cast. You can watch the full episode here in the video description. And take the opportunity, if you're a guitarist, to join the largest virtual school in Brazil, exclusive for guitarists, by clicking on the QR code or in the video description. I'll be waiting for you there.